across town.
Oh, I hate you guys so much. Okay, so technical difficulties. We didn't lose anything else. Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, so what Moore says when he met Dee, he told Dee that he got his inspirations through his dreams. And he and Dee used crystals and stuff to talk to angels, was his thing, in a language called Enochian or Enochian. And so Moore went to sit in on a session with Dee. He got tired of the sessions, but Dee invited, Dee brought him to, but he met some other men, Joseph, who was a student of Dr. Dee's, Edward, the good doctor's companion, you guys can guess was Edward Kelly. He was someone who worked with Dr. Dee and then went off to Bohemia and was killed at that point, years and years and years ago. And Edward eventually left. Moore joined the company composed of Joseph again, a Dutchman named Johan, who was probably Vanderwyck, a writer, Christopher, who you guys guessed was Marlowe, and a bunch of others. They're using bigger crystals for more contact, and they were visited by an entity known as the King in Yellow. And then at a new location, he doesn't know where, the participants were blindfolded, they summoned some kind of unspeakable monstrosity which slid from a thick, sludgy, silvery ooze to take victims. So it left him with a bunch of inspiration, but he also couldn't sleep, and he started going crazy. Christopher was eventually killed. He met with Joseph and the mermaid, and you heard about that from the bartender, from the innkeeper's point of view, where he said the guy dragged him out. Begged to be left alone. He carried him out of the tavern before Joseph could do anything more. Moore basically drew a gun and shot him in the chest. And then he drew a second pistol and he put it in his mouth and tried to blow his head off, and terribly, horribly disfigured himself. And he was arrested.
That's what Moore did?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Who did he shoot in the chest?
Joseph in the chest. Now that should be a fatal wound, even if you lived a while.
Yeah.
A lot of times a chest wound is just going to kill you.
Medicine's not that good yet.
You don't get any real dates for any of this stuff, but it was, according to the innkeeper, that was a year ago, I think, was the last time he saw Moore. 6 months ago was the last time he saw Moore, and that was the night, allegedly, when Joseph dragged him out. And apparently he shot himself, went crazy, was caught up by the watch at some point and thrown into St. Mary's, Bethlehem, the asylum. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. You guys remember all the other stuff that happened, right? Going to Vanderwyck's shop and breaking in, finding the dead body, and talking to, you went looking for Christopher Marlowe, there was nothing in Deptford. You've talked to Shakespeare, and you warned him. He obviously recognized the name John Croft, and then when you confronted him and said, we know you worked on his stuff, then he just told you everything that he knew.
Yeah.
I neglected to write down how many thousand in gold worth of jewelry I got.
1,000 pounds worth of jewels, and gold and all that kind of stuff.
And we haven't been taking those jewels, right? They've been on the wall with the.
There was a bunch of topaz on the wall in that yellow sign. That wasn't taken.
No, I went
And then there was
for it a
those
little
big,
bit.
there's those big glass jewels on the table, and nobody took those.
Yeah.
Because you looked at him and you're like, look at that, check it out. And he goes, and then he runs to the window to try to calm himself. He's crying. It wasn't that bad, but he was freaked out. He was totally freaked out.
Fat guy sobbing, looking out the window.
So we got Katie playing Octavian Skern, the printer. We got James playing Reginald Selwyn, the thief/locksmith. Kyle is playing Vincent Hawksworth, the actor / censor, Queen's man. And Collin is playing Peter Godfrey? Peter Godfrey, the banker, the big fat banker.
The big fat banker.
Like, I'm imagining Kevin from The Office, kind of, but heavier than that even. And
Oh god.
grosser.
Well,
We saw the picture. Put that picture online.
Yeah.
I think that's a great one.
The big fat guy holding the glass, like, yeah, I'm fat, I love it. All right, so, like I said, you guys leave St. Mary's very happy to finally be out of that terrible, terrible place. You can quickly find them. There's a tavern, probably across the street even. And they're just out front drinking heavily. Hoping that will help against the plague. What do y'all want to do?
Why did the two of you run out of St. Mary's?
Forgot what the action was.
You need a catchphrase. When you have something to start with, then that helps. Like
I forgot what-
Friday.
Friday?
All about fraud.
What about Friday? That's what he said the first time so much that if he says that now, you could probably get right into the accent.
Smelled in there.
There you go.
Well, of course it does. What do you expect?
Not that bad.
And you, Godfrey?
I just, I was feeling a little bit thirsty, didn't I?
There weren't even stairs this time.
There might have been down the hall.
Possibly, but there weren't, so...
Well, now we know, so next
now we
time.
know. Next. I hope there isn't a next time.
Drinks more, he go.
Anyways, so we spoke with Moore, and he said that Joseph should be dead because he shot him in the chest. Unless
That'll do it.
you all know of some sort of garment that could keep one alive.
Oh!
Oh, no.
No, bullets will go right through armor. Not as well as a bullet nowadays. But yeah, bullets, armor is very little protection against bullets.
I would say that research into such a device would hopefully come out one day. Who knows?
We're talking crazy again.
Maybe we can stop doing it now. Anyways, there seems to be a man who might know more about summoning this man in yellow, the king in yellow, a Dr. D. Surely you all have heard of Dr. D.
Oh, Dr. D.
Yeah, you guys could make knowledge checks.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you guys already
Did you
made
make
it,
us do it before?
I don't remember. So you guys can each make a knowledge check. I think I did.
Got
I think
it.
everybody made it inside. John D is. But you guys can make him again, and as it's brought up once more.
I don't know this time.
Okay, well, I think somebody would have said something.
Dr. D.
You know of him. He's famous. He's mathematician, classicist, occultist, crystal gazer, inventor, speculator, spy, or astrologer, queen's confidant. He
And much,
in
much
his-
more.
He's in his 70s. He was a scholar. He tried to start up like a book, a way to like catalog books and stuff in England. And when the Queen turned him down, he just started doing it himself. He was a spy for Elizabeth. His code was 007. This is not making this shit up. This is true. He invented compasses. He wrote navigational techniques.
He was the master and the choreographer.
Yes, he was a genius, well before his time. There's also rumors that he was a necromancer, that he used magic. Excuse me, darn it. Sorry, guys. He did crystal gazing kind of thing, where he thought that looking into crystals would allow him to contact the angels. They would talk to him in this language called Enochian, and then he had this partner named Edward Kelly who could translate. Things kind of fell apart between him and Kelly, and I'm not certain about why that happened. Kelly, they toured Europe. Kelly went on and continued to tour Europe. Dr. D returned. You think he lives up in Manchester.
Kelly's name
In-
sounds familiar.
Edward Kelly, yeah, he was a real person. He was his partner for a long time, and then they had a falling out.
Wait,
That information is
Dr.
not-
D's not a real person?
Yeah, Dr. John D was a real person.
Okay.
This is a real person who did all this shit. You think, yeah, you believe that he has a house in Manchester, which is a little ways from London, which would require like a traveling license and then money for a coach or something to get up there. It wouldn't be too terribly.
So
expensive.
Dr. D.
Yeah, but he's not in London. You can't just like walk to his house. He's in another town. He is right now working at Christ College in Manchester. You've thought about robbing him? It's a little ways, but he's probably got all kinds of stuff that's worth money. That's why you have all this information. You've done your research.
Of course.
How long of a trip are we talking?
A couple hours. The arrangements for it would take a while because you have to have a license to travel in Great Britain right now, which costs money. And then you have to actually pay to travel. So it wouldn't be terribly expensive. All of you could afford it. Especially you with your £1,000 that you'll be getting soon.
There's a pile of gems. One ticket, please.
That's more than enough for one ticket, but sure.
All the tickets.
Okay,
All of
so
it.
there you go. That's the information you have about Dr. D. So you just dropped his name.
Name drop.
Am I just gonna assume you just say all of that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could tell. You're going to tell him that. Oh, Dr. D. Blah blah blah. He was this
Yeah.
great guy. Okay. Yeah.
Manchester. I don't think we have time to go to Manchester.
Not today. Not before
Maybe
the play.
tomorrow.
And if
Or you could go after the play too.
What if we
If there is.
split up?
Split it up.
You can do that too. It's up to you.
Well, what do you think? Do you think visiting Dr. D would be a good idea?
I believe so, but we need to keep our eyes on Shakespeare at the moment.
Oh, I will not take my eyes off of Shakespeare. I'm way too concerned over him.
And 4 sets are better than 1. Or
Sets
2.
Sets of eyes. Sets
Or
of
sets
eyes.
of what?
Yeah.
Eyes.
Oh, there's one thing. I want you to make an idea check.
I will not.
Okay. You grabbed a piece of paper from out of what's his name, Vanderwick's shop as well, and you pocketed it. Hold on a second. I gotta find this. Oh, it was the diagram of that gem. How to make one of those gems.
I did break that.
And it
Yeah,
had the
yeah,
date
that-
January 12th up in one corner. So I'm throwing that out as it's been 2 weeks since we played, so, but it's only been a day since you found that piece of paper. And I'm assuming that's either still on your person or it's back at your shop with the other paperwork that you have.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Which do you want it to be?
Keep it on me.
Okay, so that's in your pocket.
So study it.
So I'm just throwing that out there for you because it has only been a day or so. Alright, so what's the plan? You just said 4 sets of eyes are better than 2 or whatever.
Also, it does say there's something going on, maybe on the 12th
12.
of January this year.
It's a piece of paper with, it looks like a diagram of a gem with all these angles marked and stuff like this on how to cut it. And then just in the corner, like scribbled in the corner, says January 12th.
Where did you find this?
In the jewelry store with that dead lady.
Godfrey, what do you think of all this?
He's just been drinking the whole time.
I think
This
you may
picture
have
of
had
this
one
gym,
too many.
yeah, This diagram.
Well, that's not until the 12th. I think we should focus more on Shakespeare right now.
What is today's date? It's the 8th.
Today's the 8th. Correct.
Yeah.
So you have like 4 days till whatever's going
Perhaps
on.
we should focus on Shakespeare for now and then turn our attention to that.
Exactly.
Today's the 8th, which means we have 4 days.
Exactly.
4 days.
You know what? I think we have 4 whole days until we have to
You are
do
correct.
this.
12 minus 8 is 4. We have 4 days.
Wow.
Very
So we
good.
should do Shakespeare today, and then we can go do Mr. D on the morrow.
We should still set up the arrangements for Mr. D.
We have a few hours.
Then off we go.
There's 24 hours in a day.
Do you guys want to try to set up travel arrangements before going to the Globe? Or do you want to wait till
I
after?
mean, we have 2
Wait,
hours.
when does it start? How many hours
Play
from
starts
now?
at 2.
It is.
And right now it's like late morning, and I'm guessing it's around 11 to 11:30.
How long can we, or
It'll
time
probably
wise?
take about an hour to cross town from where you are to Shake to the Globe, but the places for the licensing would be in London town proper, so you could stop there on the way.
Oh, okay.
And you don't know how long it would take. It might take about an hour. You could still be there well before the play starts.
Is this not like one of those things where they close for like the plays and stuff like that? Is that a thing?
No. The plays are not shown on certain days, so the bear baiting and the bull baiting gets better crowds. But no. This is it's a Friday. It would be open. There's a 6-day work week right now. Sunday's the only day that anybody has it all.
And even though he's in Manchester, we don't think that Dr. D would come see this play?
Probably not.
A new play from Shakespeare?
No, actually, you have no idea. You have no idea. You don't know if he'd be in plays or not. That's not something you know one way or the other.
Do I know what it looks like?
You've probably seen pictures of him, yes. You've probably seen some paintings of him. Actually, probably anybody who's heard of him has probably seen at least one painting somewhere of Dr. John D. He's a big man, heavyset man with a big beard. If you want, you can look it up on your phones to kind of get an idea what he looks like. I've got a picture here as well, but I'm going to wait till you actually meet him before I throw that out.
So they cast James Bond wrong. He's supposed to be a fat guy with a beard.
And 70.
Well, maybe that's just what future James Bond is.
Yeah, it's future James Bond. Because 007 was his code number working for the Queen, this John D. James Bond is not till the 1970s or 60s.
Also, there's that whole theory that there's multiple ones. They just assume it's code name. May not
That would make a lot of sense. And his
Like
name,
Rick and Morty.
James Bond.
Well, yeah, but no, like the theory is James Bond is a code name.
Oh,
well
that's
as
not his real
007.
name. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
That's
think about that.
a theory, you know.
That's interesting.
That would make sense
Because
too.
that's why, yeah, because all the people change. Anyway,
Just because the actor changed.
no.
problem with books actually written back in the 60s.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, from now, it's not like an original thing.
And then
was
pirates.
just thinking,
Pirates.
if Dr. D did come to the play, seeing as how it's a new play from Shakespeare, would you be able to see him in a crowd of people?
I believe I've got his features.
Do you know him person to person, or are you just a fanboy of sorts?
No, no. Admirer.
Admirer of sorts.
I do admire his work.
So he doesn't know you.
Not as well, no.
Okay. Well, you do think you could spot him.
I can spot him.
Good.
So what's the plan? What do you guys want to do?
Well, you said it's close to noon, right? And that's when Shakespeare shows up, right?
Shakespeare should be there probably around noon. It's between 11 and 11:30. If you leave right now from where you are, you could probably be to the theater by 12:30 or so. 'Cause it's across town.
I think I'm going to head back to the Globe now, because Shakespeare is probably already there.
And I shall make arrangements for the travel.
So you're making arrangements for 4? Okay.
I will reimburse you for my ticket.
As will I. I was expecting.
Okay. So
I hope
free, I guess.
who's going with who then? You're going to go to the licensure thing to get licenses for you guys to travel, and then you're going to go to a place where you can actually get find out when a carriage will be from Manchester. You're going to the Globe. What about the two of you?
Some of the Globe as well.
Okay, so the 3 of you are all going to the Globe. Okay.
Extra eyes.
So James, it takes you. There is a long line. It takes you about an hour to get everything arranged before you move on to the Globe. So it'll probably be close. It'll probably be like 1:30, almost 2 o'clock before you get there. So you'll be getting there right before the play starts. You guys get there to the Globe. They recognize you, and you're let in. Blah, blah, blah. And yeah. Well, you guys were supposed to go into the pit and watch from outside, right?
Yeah.
Was that the plan? Yeah. Okay. So so you can buy your penny ticket and go on in. There's people inside selling. There's people outside selling food. There's people outside selling drink. The flag is up for, I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's the black flag for tragedy for Hamlet today. Yeah, and you can kind of go in and hang out and just wait, or you can wait out front, or for him, or however you want to handle it.
I was gonna go in and
Tragedy.
just go ahead and start getting in there. as
Yeah,
well.
you can go ahead, play your penny and go on in, stand down there amongst the rabble.
Am I in the front row?
Yeah, you can walk right up to the front. There's no seats or anything. People stand down in the pit. They just stand and watch the play, and they talk, and they throw shit, and they yell, and make fun. It was like, remember, you guys were at the play the other day, and you guys were actually up on the top. And when you saw him backstage, you're like, oh, Hawksworth! And all that shit happened. Yeah, because it's more like, it's like a bunch of kids watching a play more than it is like adults sitting down to watch a musical or something. It's just about to open when he finally shows up. You pay your penny and you're allowed into the pit, and you look around. You finally spot Hawksworth. Or what's your character size? So there's 2.
11.
11, so you're average size.
12.
12, you're pretty average size.
13.
But you're fat, you're not tall. Okay, so you have a little difficulty, but you finally find them towards the front, just as the play is starting to get underway and started. Yes.
We don't know what John D looks like, correct? Not
Did
John
you
D.
make?
Sorry, I do. That's not
Oh.
what I'm thinking. Joseph. We don't know who Joseph is.
No, you've never seen Joseph.
Just know there is.
You have
Joseph.
no idea what he looks like.
He
except-
might have a large hole in his chest.
Might, yes. Blood squirting out.
Alright.
Someone help me.
I think he was described as tall. And that's about it.
Okay.
Because the innkeeper is well dressed, quite the courtier, is the only description that you have of Joseph, Kyle. Because that's what the innkeeper and mermaid. That's all he said. Well dressed like a courtier. That's the only thing. You don't know his hair color or anything like that. So.
So we can't really keep an
Yeah, you can watch for Shakespeare. You can kind of keep an eye. You kind of be watching
Yeah, it's
all
just
around
like
you
his
guys.
characters.
Shakespeare said he's going to stay backstage. He was going to show himself, and so
Weren't we offered to go backstage with Shakespeare?
no, he said he'd be
No.
surrounded by people that he
Yeah.
knows. He's going to know all the actors who are there, so it should be fun.
Uh-huh.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Don't trust him. Shakespeare's behind it all.
Kill so.
It's
Very elaborate suicide.
There's like steam rising up from the crowd because there's so many people in this compact area. There's like 2,000 people on the globe right now, probably. You're still sweating.
Dex is
Steam is
sweating more
rising
than
up. It's
usual.
very cold. Very chilly. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the open to the sky. This 3-story theater is almost in the round. The stage is visible from 280 degrees. So you guys could be on the front of the stage or on one of the sides of the stage. Either one.
I'd like to be on the. What is it? Not stage right. Well, it'd be
House
stage
right.
left. House right.
You want house right? Yeah, you can. So you're gonna walk around to the side, so you're watching it from the
So I'll
side.
be house
Yeah.
left.
And you can go on house left, and you guys want to be in front.
And then we can just wave at each other.
You can do. You can do
That might
that.
be. That
We
might be
do
good.
in fact.
So there's house left, house right,
Right.
and then front of the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Because it juts out into where people are standing. People are talking during the play constantly and shit like that. And that's just the way it is.
And I'm scanning the audience.
The stage is large and roofed to keep the rain off the players' heads, but there's no rain today. As are the boxes around the stage. The main viewing area in front of the stage is, however, open to the elements. Blah 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 blah. That's just a general description of the globe. At 2 p.m., the players take the stage. The renowned Richard Burbage taking the role of Hamlet. It's an interesting play. There's a ghost right at the beginning of Hamlet's father. Blah blah blah. After a short time, Hamlet begins his first big soliloquy. Everybody can make a spot hidden.
Is it Mel Gibson?
I don't know.
That's the spot hidden. You have to make it.
No, Burbage would be much
That's Mel
better.
Gibson.
He'd be much better probably than Mel Gibson.
I'm absorbed in the performance.
What is this?
Yes, spot hidden, please.
Yeah, I got it.
Did you get it? Okay,
No.
you're actually
Someone
absorbed in the
It's
play.
doing-
Yeah.
This is really good. Why did I come to more of these?
Why am I down here?
You want to roll your spot hidden or less? Did you make it? Okay. Did you roll the right dice?
She did.
Yeah.
Okay, just check. All I see is the D20.
Oh no, she did an 82.
Okay, good.
World share.
So you're kind of caught up in the play, Katie. Skern is kind of caught up in the play. It's like, wow, this is actually really good, and you're very just enthralled by the play. You two,
I think
so
it's shit.
you're on house left, aren't you?
I was house right.
All right,
She's
let me
house
just-
left.
Let me just do this. So house right. It's gonna be Selwyn. Here's Skern, and then
Skern.
Hawksworth and Godfrey. So
Trying to get my blunderbuss
no, you don't have your blunderbuss.
out. No, I'm just
You
saying.
got
I
the
hate
sword. Okay.
Change the
You two see Shakespeare. You're not supposed to see him. He said he was going to stay backstage. It looks like he's visible in the wings. He's kind of come out and he's watching the play. He's just beaming. He's like just this big grin on his face, just like watching the play. He's obviously very happy with how it turned out. And as you're watching, all of a sudden he suddenly seems to he gasps.
As he's pulled away.
No. There it is. He let's see how to say it. He actually staggers onto the stage. He's like, he grasps at his chest. He staggers onto the stage. His face contorted with pain and anguish. And then he clutches his chest and collapses to his knees as the actors all start to kind of gather around him. Everybody sees this, obviously. You didn't see him at first behind stage, but he stumbles out and, and just collapses to the stage. Everybody can make me an additional spot hidden check. As you look around in terror, like, what the heck is happening?
Dude,
Two are in the front of the
my
stage.
aims are consistent. Six, yeah.
You made it. Katie didn't. Katie's watching Shakespeare. Oh no! Lucy, where's Lucy? Anyway, so from where you're standing, Selwyn, you see motion up near the top, out of to the left, and you look up there. You guys had your backs, and what you Shakespeare collapsed, and you for whatever reason you started looking around, trying to see if you could spot a call.
Sniper.
And kind of, there's a man standing up there. He's not standing, sitting in a seat. He's standing in front of his seat, and he's just doing like this, and he's like muttering under his breath, and he's pointing right at Shakespeare. The man he's real squinty too. he's muttering something under his breath as he's doing like this towards Shakespeare. What are you guys doing?
How far away is he?
He's up on the top seats on the 3rd floor. He's really far away.
I'm gonna run up there.
Okay, so you start rushing through the crowd to get up there. What do you want to do, James?
Quick, get him off the stage!
Okay, you yell that.
Oh,
What do you
I'm
wanna
trying
do?
to get on the stage.
And you're climbing up on the stage. What do you want to do, Collin?
How many exits are in this place? Is it like one way out? Or
There's a few side exits people could go out and that kind of thing too. Usually there's one door that you pay 3 pence and you go up to the 3rd floor. There's one door you pay 2 pence and you go up to the 2nd floor, and then there's a couple doors you can pay a penny and you go into the main.
okay, so there's only one way up to the 3rd floor.
Probably.
Okay, I'll go.
Well,
I'm
there
gonna
might be
go-
more than one you don't know the theater back.
I'm gonna go at least towards the entrance to where the 3rd floor is, so in
Okay,
case
so
they
you're
come try to
pushing your
come
way
down.
through too. Okay.
And you saw
Um,
him, right?
Yeah.
He just yelled, "Get him off the stage!" You see these two are just pushing through the crowd now, and nobody's pointed him out to you, so you don't know what's going on.
I guess I'm gonna try to get on stage with him.
Okay, you two are climbing onto the stage. Someone's crying for a doctor, a physician. Is there a physician? He seems to have an imbalance of the humors. Shakespeare's on the ground croaking and gasping for breath and
Whitewood.
choking.
Because he's with us, right?
No, he's not with you. He went off on his own. He's like, oh, I have some patients to attend to, but if you need me, here's my address, blah, blah. And
Here's my
number. Yeah, sorry, that happened at the tavern. Anyway, so
It's my dog.
you two, it'll take you a while to push your way through the crowd. What are you two doing?
I'm trying to make my way to him to push him off. Well, push him like back behind stage.
Okay, so you run over to Shakespeare.
Can I
Quick,
look
get him
around
out of the eyes
from
of the
there?
public.
Yes, make me another spot hidden check.
Get him out of the
That's
eyes
a
of
good
the
idea.
public.
Yes.
Made it?
Finally.
Yeah, you spot the guy.
Okay.
There's a guy, he's got his squinty eyes, he's wearing a big hat, and he's just doing like this, and he's just muttering. The people around him are kind of watching, looking towards the stage. Here's what this guy looks like.
He's using the very archaic form of heart clutch.
I should have.
That's kinda what he looks like. You can throw a rock at him. He's about 20 yards. How far is he
Can I
away?
throw my sword at him?
No, sword would not be able to. If you have a
Holy
dagger,
shit.
you can fling a dagger at him if you
I
have a.
don't
if you
have one. I just have a
You
regular
probably have a knife. Everybody carries a knife because you eat with
Oh, I've
it.
got the axe.
You do have the axe. Yeah.
That kind of looks like a
Yeah, I'm gonna
paperweight
try
to
to
me.
throw like a rock or
That kinda
a
looks like
dagger or
the Dutch
something to
guy.
try to at least get his
Oh, yeah, the
attention.
Dutchman.
Hold on, how far away is this guy?
The Dutch assassin. Dutch. You so down. Dude, I really want to try to make
like a
a
chicken leg that someone probably
throw
threw up on
check
stage.
to get him with the axe, like
That's
at
what
half,
makes
and
it.
I roll on
Oh, I
one.
forgot. His face is contorted with glee.
Holy shit!
Yeah, he looks really.
He's into it.
I don't like it.
Die,
That's
die.
his kink, I guess.
Screaming at someone while doing this.
Okay, it doesn't give a range. We're gonna say that he's about 20 yards away from the front of the stage,
That's
all the
pretty
way
far.
up there. Yes, but you can throw something.
far.
Thanks for believing in me, guys.
Katie, roll a 1%, you win.
Is Godfrey running? You can hit him.
Yeah, you
Plus
I
2 morale bonus.
Right.
Here we go. Let's look at throw.
I should have done
Bro.
throws and persuade because I love throwing.
Okay, every point of strength, if you have a small object, every point of strength you can throw it 3 yards.
Okay.
So what's your strength?
13.
So you could throw it roughly
39.
39 yards.
Ooh.
And he's
Look
at
at me, I
20
did
yards.
math before someone told me.
Yeah, good job. No, I like people that can do
Okay.
that.
That's it.
Okay, so yeah, you could
Okay.
pull your dagger out and whip it at him. You could throw a rock at him.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
some
gonna take
stones and
something
rocks
off
and
the
stuff off the
stage.
ground.
I don't know, it's Hamlet. He probably didn't throw a lot.
Yeah, this was one of the soliloquies, so there's no like real props on stage. A couple of the actors have.
No, I meant like.
You
like,
have a
like,
shoe.
Like a turkey leg or something someone threw, but they probably didn't throw.
No, they haven't been throwing things. Everybody's
Yeah.
been pretty. The
I'll
play's been
just
doing
get a
well.
rock or something. And
Okay,
I'll take a dagger, whatever.
give me a luck roll to see if you can quickly find a rock. You want percentals? Yes, your luck.
Which one am I?
Anyone?
Either one of those two sets works. You want your luck or less?
I don't think-
69! Oh no, it's 66. It's not.
Oh no. I didn't get it.
It's okay. So you look around real quickly. There's not a rock convenient
Took me-
because you're on the stage right now. So yeah, you could whip your dagger out and
Okay.
Do me proud, Katie.
throw it at him. What's your throw roll?
My throw is
25.
only 25.
Yeah.
25% chance of hit.
Okay.
You got it?
Bro.
You can do
Oh.
it. Okay.
Read it.
Oh.
You fling the dagger. What was your roll?
64.
60. Okay, that's over a double. Okay, so you fling your dagger up that way. Give me another luck check. Did you make this luck check? Okay, the guy next to him. Okay, people start to kind of freak out. There's somebody throwing knives. Whoa, look out! Who's that madman? So people are starting to move away from the stage. One woman who's next to the guy that you just threw a knife and hit. Roll me a D. Wait, what do daggers do anyway? Knives do like 1D.
Typically it's a D4, I would think.
Just look her up real quick. Just say.
Did you scream Octavian as you threw it?
And then I finished it with
Oh, whatever. Shut up.
Who's this lady? It's Lucy.
If it
Oh, Lucy!
no, if it had hit my target, it would have just been
Small
Octavian,
knife.
but since
Alright,
I started
so I'm assuming you have a small knife. It's what you basically eat with. Roll a D4, which is a little triangular one. Add your strength bonus if you have one. Do you have a strength bonus? Plus another D4.
Yeah, do it again.
This guy is
That
gonna
man is dead.
5 damage.
5 damage is nuts. Ah! The lady next to him screams, "Murder!" And she jumps up out of her seat and just like runs, and that kind of like starts to panic everybody up there.
Was it distracting?
So
Guy? Did I
that's a hell of a
just
distraction.
accomplish-
Now the guy up there is still just like.
Dang, man.
He's
Hey,
really getting off
like-
of this.
He's in the zone.
You guys have started running. You guys are still trying to push through the crowd when the crowd like goes crazy. You get to Shakespeare.
And the crowd goes wild.
The actors are trying to like give him room, give him air, give him air. They're like loosening his ruff, and they're like trying to fan him, and he's like just gasping for breath, like and like reaching up into the air, and it's very dramatic.
Okay, that's Shakespeare. Now, we have to get him off of or out of sight.
Okay, give me a persuade or a fast talk. We'll see how fast these guys react to what you said. Whatever's higher, persuade or fast talk.
So persuade.
You want my persuade?
Dang it! What is with the 60s? No.
Okay, the actor's a little confused, like, no, we shouldn't move him. We should get a doctor. We need to get a physician. That kind of thing. So there's some talking going on before any action is going to be able to take place. Okay, James? So you guys are still pushing through the crowd. You'll be pushing through the crowd. People are panicking. What do you want to do?
Can I throw something else?
Yeah.
Another rock?
Yeah, you can look around, make another luck check. Let's see if something's
Did
within
anyone
reach.
see her?
Yeah, she was right on top of the stage. She climbed on the stage. She threw
Yeah.
Did you make it?
No.
Okay. You look around. There's nothing really convenient nearby. The people in the audience are moving away from you. The people on stage are dealing with Shakespeare.
What are they doing?
They're still trying to. They're pushing their way through the crowd, heading towards this guy who's just like.
Oh, so I probably just made it way worse for you guys.
Nah. Not way worse, just a little worse.
Look what you did, Octavian.
If you want to go somewhere else, or try to do something else, or look somewhere else for something, I can get an idea check.
Such
Roll
a
me an
great
idea check.
Yeah.
Okay, all of the actors have
See,
like,
why can't I get that when I'm trying
all
to
of the
do
actors
it?
have like daggers on their belts, like they're like dressed up like these princes and nobles and stuff. You don't know if they're real. They might just be wooden. They probably are, but it would be something you could throw.
Okay.
So, and meanwhile, Selwyn is over there trying to convince him to get him off the stage, and there's kind of an argument about what to do is what's going on right now
So I
between
can
the
just
other
go
actors. Yeah, you can walk over there and grab one if you want.
Cool. I'll do that.
Okay, you go grab one of their daggers. It is just wooden,
That's
so it probably
okay.
won't hurt very much, but it might hurt if you like pop them in the face or something. You
Oh,
want to
is it
throw
wood?
it?
Yeah.
You guys have almost made it to like the base.
I
of
did it!
Did you?
2%.
Nice.
Holy
See where you hit that guy.
Critical
Ooh,
success.
boy.
Grab one of those guys.
Come on.
Crotch roll, crotch roll.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Nice. Okay.
Yes.
Since it's just a wooden
Just
dagger.
flew in, but it paid off.
Tell you what, we'll do your strength bonus and we'll do a 1d3. So take one of your 6-sided dice and roll it and divide by 2
And roll this
and round it up, and you can roll that at the same time. So Jesus, 3 points. So you get 5 points. So
As much as the guy with the real dagger
Wait,
and
I'm
stuff.
confused.
yeah.
Oh, it's half of that?
No, it's half of this one. It's a d3 because it's just a wooden dagger.
Right.
Then
For
that's
as
your
much as I
strength
really.
bonus.
Okay.
So after that,
Okay.
plus that. So you
It
get
was a
5 points
headshot.
damage. Okay, so
Jesus.
give me one more luck check.
Octavian.
Yeah.
You made that one too. Okay. Yeah. You actually the blade actually of this it was pointed. It's pointed. You actually threw it so that the blade actually like hits this guy in the face. He's like ah.
Jesus!
Yes. You hear this scream up loud.
Watch him not
They're
react
killing
at all.
people. You know, murder, murder. You know, people are flipping out. He stumbles backwards. Shakespeare takes a really deep breath as this guy is apparently distracted from whatever he was doing to him.
I'm gonna try to.
You just want to grab him and move him yourself?
Am I strong enough for that? I've got 10 strength, size 13.
We're going to say he's average size. We're just say he's, I don't have stats for Shakespeare. It's very disappointing.
We gotta move him now!
Make a roll. You just grab Shakespeare and drag him backstage. What'd you roll?
Wait, can I roll these? I didn't mean to roll
No.
those. Damn
What's
it.
that? What is that? 80 something?
82.
Okay, you start to try to drag him backstage, but it's slow.
Putting these up.
He's trying to get up at this point. He's like, he seems to be very out of sorts. You guys could actually climb straight up to this guy if you wanted to try that route. I don't know if you have a good climb or not, but you can climb up the fronts of the boxes to get to this guy who is like screaming at the top of his lungs at the top now.
Yeah.
God, but in a very Dutch accent. It sounds.
Yeah, I'll do
It
it.
sounds very Dutch. Okay.
I'll take the stairs. I'll take the stairs.
This is a big moment for you.
So make a climb check. You're going to climb right up the front. People are just freaking out.
49 out of 40.
Okay. You don't get very far. You're just like, and people like bumping into you and knocking you, and it's making it harder to. Yeah, as you're trying to climb up. You're heading for the stairs.
Stairs.
Are you just grunting?
Okay.
Just continue.
People are starting to panic because murder's happening. You want to try to do something else with this guy?
Grab another.
I think I'm gonna go up there at this point.
Okay, so then you jump off the stage. People are like, "That's the murderer!" And then
And
you
they
run
clear
back.
the way.
murderer.
Ha.
They do clear out of the way a little bit.
I hope Shakespeare is
James, give me one more strength check. You see the guy come back
Got
to
the
the
good
there's
ones.
blood on his face. You're looking up trying to climb. You can't see this, but you see him come back and there's blood on his face. The other man has fled, like stumbled away. The one that you
Stab.
threw the
Not
dagger at. No.
Oh, good.
He had like average hit points, so he had 10. You made it this time.
2%.
You're dragging Shakespeare off the
I'm using
stage.
these.
He looks down at you, and then he looks towards Shakespeare and he sees you two just disappearing behind backstage. And he looks really angry.
Oh boy. I'm about to get hurt.
Choculated.
Oh boy.
For smash.
Let's see.
And Katie turns into pulp.
Why does it say EQ?
Huh?
EQ. Oh, EverQuest.
That's 20.
Oh, damn, you can't cast that one.
Okay.
Alright, that's too far away.
That's the place.
Aha. Man, if only I had my blunderbuss under my cape.
That would
That's
not
more
be
of a short
very
range
useful.
weapon, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, he mutters something and he moves his hands in a weird way. What is your
Forte.
Oh god.
That's
Of
fine.
course.
She's a.
What's
She's a force
what's your
sensitive.
power? What's your power?
9? Okay, yes, 9. Sorry.
9?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty low.
Flat.
Okay. You suddenly find yourself rooted to the spot.
Like her feet or everything?
Can't move.
Like can't move, just can't move, and lose 4 points of strength.
Oh.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah. So leave that here. We don't know if it's permanent or not. Just make a note that it's 9 for now.
Gotcha.
And then he just grins when because you started to move towards him, and also now you're just like because you jumped down and you started to move towards him. Now you're like this, just frozen in like terror.
I never got a chance to be the first.
I really want to try to check the
Oh
action.
shit! No, that doesn't happen. He doesn't. He's out of range for that too. So.
Oh. Ha!
Fine. He'll just try to give you a heart attack.
Fine.
My
My heart's already been broken.
You can't break it anymore.
Sweet.
Okay, I just need that. So instead of that, sorry, he would know you were out of range. You take 4 points of damage instead. You don't lose any strength. It feels like your heart.
Hit.
It feels like there's a hand clutched on your heart, just slowly crushing it.
Yeah.
Quickly throw a
That's
shoe.
my hit points.
Yes, you mark that off your hit points. Leave the box that it starts with, and then mark. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what you want to do. So it hurts like a bitch.
We make the box.
Okay, so you can still keep moving, but it hurts and it's very hard to move. Yeah, that's all he's doing. You want to try to climb again?
Yeah.
You're almost to the second floor.
Almost.
People are pushing against you. You're
Almost
having a
there.
terrible time moving through them.
Fine.
Squeeze past.
No.
Like,
Oh, wait a minute. How much
Right.
damage did you do to him? You did 5, didn't you?
Yeah.
This guy actually has hit points.
I want to get like.
Okay, you didn't make it again? You're still
Yeah.
struggling, people are
Okay, I've done
bumping
that
into
with the
you.
knife.
There's a lot of screams of murder. Somebody else fire. You don't know what the hell that's about. You've got Shakespeare backstage safely.
Yeah.
Stay here! He just nods at you,
Sorry.
and he's got his breath's ragged,
And I spin around so I can be seen and throw the axe. No, I'm just kidding.
you can do that.
put that axe on.
Katie, what do you want to try to do?
I'm gonna keep going, man.
Okay, you're still moving.
hurts,
It hurts
but
a lot.
It's alright.
Uh,
I got a mission.
he and so you're running towards him
Well-
underneath him, and he's backing off away from the edge of the balcony.
While I go, can I be like looking through? Oh, I have my sword in my hand.
Yeah, you can just draw your sword as you move. If you want.
Throw it.
Okay, you've reached the 3rd floor. False step. Damn it, Hawksworth. You want to make a roll?
Yes.
See if you can climb. You still trying to climb?
Yeah.
Okay. Hawksworth's just.
No, God no.
Oh no!
Just having a hard time with it. I did this all the time when I worked here. You've reached the
No,
the
still
3rd
good.
floor when
I got a 40 climb.
you spot this guy. He's got blood all over his face. He's running. He's at the top of the stairs where you're coming up.
How far away is he from me?
Not far at all. Like maybe like
He can't get past you on the stairs.
You're in kissing distance.
not that close. You're not close enough that you
Within
can.
10 yards though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna pull my wheel lock out and shoot.
Oh shit.
Holy
Okay. Okay. His eyes open wide when he seals
He's
his
just like,
gun.
what the shit?
Oh, hit.
Did you hit him?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have like
Is that-
65 on wheel lock.
I thought that's a 0. It's like,
So you pull it out,
Sneak
crank
so
it back. He's like, and then there's smoke everywhere.
Now the stairwell's full of smoke.
dude, go for the head. Go for the head.
Left arm. So you caught him in the left arm.
That still helps because
And how much damage?
4.
4.
Nice.
Rum.
Damn.
Let's kill this guy.
Okay.
I was aiming for his leg.
4 points. Okay, yeah. You hit him. There's a splash of blood on the wall. Just and his arm just like goes limp. And these were big fucking bullets.
Yeah, they were.
And he screams. You guys all hear gunfire. People in the audience flip out. They're screaming out. People are running as hard as they can. You were amidst a crowd who were kind of partying for you. Now it's all just like everybody's trying to get out of the theater as fast as they
I
possibly
have a sword out. Did they want to run into that? I mean,
People are panicking right now. They're flipping out. I mean, there was gunfire.
Guns
Oh,
is scary.
hold on.
that's true.
It's,
Guns is scary.
Guns is bad.